Hi guys, EBPMAN here. Today I'm going to try to answer a lot of the questions I've been getting on the channel that were all about Samsung Pay. And as you know, I've been reviewing now the Gear Frontier and I've been spending some time with it, using it, making some purchases. And there are some differences between the Samsung Pay that you have on your phone and the Samsung Pay that you have on your watch. So let's get to it and I'll explain what are the differences. So now the first thing I just wanted to explain is that there are it looks like two different Samsung Pays. So first of all, when you're going to use Samsung Pay on your watch, you need to set up your credit cards all over again that you're going to have on your watch, even if you already have it on the phone. So in essence, you're going to have two virtual credit card numbers for that same physical card. One that exists in Samsung Pay that's here, and you see this one right here, and then one that is accessible through the Samsung Gear Manager. So let's go over here for a second, and you'll notice that down here there is a Samsung Pay. So this is different from the one that you just saw. When you're setting up your watch for Samsung Pay, first of all, you're going to have to update your watch so that you get the appropriate software downloaded. And then once it downloads the appropriate software, both on the actual phone itself and on the watch, what you're going to do is go through the setup process. Now keep in mind that I am going to blur some of the things out because it has my personal information on there, but I'm just going to show you what the difference is. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the Samsung Pay that is part of the major app on the phone. So as you notice, when you go into it, it looks very different. It has all these features. It has some of the new things that are happening now with the reward program. You have your membership cards. All this stuff is in here, and this is the latest updated Samsung Pay. I'm going to get out of it now, and I'm going to go back now to the Gear Manager so that we can see the difference. And what I'm going to do now is just go over and launch this Samsung Pay. Once I launch it, notice how there's something different. First of all, you'll notice that the look and feel is a little bit different, and you have kind of here in the middle, which is blurred out, is my credit card. The advertising is a little bit different because it's focusing on the use of the watch. You'll have your credit card that you registered will appear here, as well as the virtual number, and the transactions, and we'll bring this up, and the transactions that appear in the body are going to be logged separately from the ones that you log when you choose your phone. So what that means is that when I go to a register to pay with my phone, I'm going to get a list of transactions that take place with my phone. When I use my wristwatch, either with my phone present or only with my wristwatch present, it's going to log it separately in this area. So what you're seeing are the transactions that took place using my watch. Now, the good thing about this is that even though I have tested this both with NFC and also using that MTS technology, it both works brilliantly. It works without a problem. And a matter of fact, I continue to get people say, "Wow, is that an Apple Watch?" And I go, "No, it's Samsung." And then they kind of pause, look at me, and they keep on doing what they're doing. So it works every place I tried with both technologies without a problem. Now, even though they're separate, as you see it right here, when I go back to Samsung Pay, and we're going to go back to the standard one on the phone. I'm going to go into it. Samsung Pay now has a new Samsung Pay Rewards. One thing that you should be aware of is that the Samsung Pay Rewards system logs both. So the neat thing about it is if you do transactions on either one, even though they're maintained separately, the credits or the recognition for the My Points do get consolidated into one app. So that's really good. And that's one thing I wanted to share. Now that we've understand what happens with the app, that you have two apps, let's talk about what happens with the watch. As soon as and I'm going to show you what's going to happen. You'll notice that my watch is on now, and everything is, I can access things with no issue. See, so I'm connected. There's no issue with what's going on with my watch. But if I take the watch off, because I have Samsung Pay on there, as soon as I take it off, what's going to happen is the watch is going to go into a lock state. So I'll be able to see the time, but I'm not going to be able to use any of the other functions. Let's see if it went into lock state. So I can't move from this screen. If I try to go somewhere, it's going to ask for a PIN for me to come in. Now, the reason why it does that is because the Samsung Pay that you have on your phone is protected by your thumbprint or a PIN that you'd use. On your watch, once your watch has been unlocked and it's on your person, it remains unlocked. So you don't have to do anything to it. So I'm going to put the watch back on and I'm going to unlock it. Alright, so now that I've unlocked the phone, let's see how Samsung Pay works. All you do is you press this top button, press and hold, Samsung Pay comes up, and then what you do is you tap that pay button on the bottom. No fingerprint, no pin needed, as long as the watch remains on your person. If it has been removed, if you remove the watch from your wrist, you're going to be required to put in that pin once more. And I have not been able to find any way to disable the pin once Samsung Pay has been activated on the watch. So I hope that this kind of answers your questions when it comes to how does Samsung Pay work on the watch and some of the controls that exist and how safe it is. So if you have any comments or questions, leave it in the comment area below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up again. And as always, don't forget to share and subscribe.